The story you are about to witness shatters all the rules about wealth, loneliness, and the true value of a simple handshake. Imagine a man, David, who has spent 30 years measuring the worth of his life in pennies and dimes, the sound of a doorbell, and the heavy weight of his mailbag. He is the most unlikely postman, the most discreet hero you will ever find. His daily route leads him to the edge of a forest, where a mansion, so vast and silent, hides, seeming to have swallowed time itself. Inside lived Arthur, a reclusive billionaire whose fortune was as immense as his solitude. The world saw Arthur as a steel magnate, a name on the Forbes list. David only saw a pair of old, tired eyes through a crack in the door. What Arthur didn't know is that David's punctuality, his discreet smile, and his rushed good morning were the only threads connecting him to the outside world. And what David couldn't imagine is that this solitary billionaire was watching him, silently assessing human decency in a way his money could never purchase. The scene that unfolds today is not just about the reading of a will. It is about the corrosive power of loneliness and the invaluable worth of a routine executed with dignity. Pay attention to the twist. Arthur knew his relatives were vultures, thirsty for his fortune. David was the antithesis of everything money attracts. $1 billion awaits a new owner. But the question is, why did the billionaire choose the man who could barely afford his rent? The will, sealed with wax and time, is about to reveal Arthur's secret. Prepare yourself. The emotion is not in the amount, but in the motivation. Are you ready for the shock? This is not just a story. It is the chronicle of how the absence of love and the presence of malice can warp destiny. My name is your name, channel name, and today we will dive into a real-life drama that proves the deepest connections are not made through blood ties, but through the bonds of humanity. David began his journey 30 years ago in the 90s as a young man full of dreams, but life, as it does to most, bent him but did not break him. He and his wife, Maria, struggled to raise their 2 children in a rented house, with the post office truck being his office, his refuge, and sometimes his biggest mechanical nightmare. David's route was long, full of gravel and dust, but it was the mansion at the end of Route 17 that marked the end point of his day. Arthur, the billionaire, lived in darkness, surrounded by silent security guards and wrought iron gates that screamed, "Keep distance!" The only person who could symbolically cross those gates was David.